How is it going, everyone? If you know me, you know that I don't watch a lot of television and television shows, series, and everything like that. However, the last show that I really got into, probably, as far as outside of anime, yeah, sometimes I'll be a weeb and watch anime, but I love The Walking Dead, especially the initial seasons of The Walking Dead. Oh man, I was fiending on that stuff during early 2020 when the world went to hell. You know, I love the Walking Dead Telltale series. I played that way before even watching the Walking Dead series, and now we have a brand new Walking Dead game in the Walking Dead Destinies. We have an official announcement trailer, and boy, oh boy, does this game look absolutely rough. This game does not look good at all, but the actual concept of the game actually sounds really interesting. This is coming from publisher Game Mill Entertainment and developer Flu Games, and they have announced Walking Dead Destinies for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. So they're running the gamut of platforms, and the fact that it is on the Nintendo Switch, obviously, you do have to temper your expectations from a visual standpoint, but man, oh man, does this game look absolutely rough. Visually speaking, man, this looks like an early PS3 game, maybe a PS2 game. There's actually a close-up at the end of the trailer, and it's a close-up of Shane, and I'm just like, dude, like, that's probably one of the better looking shots that you see in the trailer, but it looks pretty rough. Now, the actual concept of the game, as I mentioned, looks pretty cool. It's a choice-driven action-adventure game where it's kind of like you write your own story in Walking Dead, and a lot of what-if scenarios of things, major events in Walking Dead, what would happen if those things didn't happen. The Walking Dead Destinies is a third-person narrative-driven action-adventure game where player choice reshapes the events of seasons 1 to 4 of the original AMC series. The player begins the game as Rick Grimes and visits key locations from the show, including Green Farm, the prison, Woodbury, and Atlanta. According to the publisher, you'll be able to weave your own path through series events when you approach key choice moments that can determine who lives and who dies. The game will feature over a dozen characters from the AMC original series, including Rick, Shane, Michonne, Carol, Daryl, and more. Each character has their own unique abilities, and resource management is required, including a limited amount of weapons, bats, crossbows, katanas, revolvers, shotguns, etc., and ammo. Now, the thing is, with something like Walking Dead and this being choice-driven, like, how much can the story really change? Like, if key character deaths don't happen in Walking Dead, namely one in Season 2, let's say that death doesn't happen, the entire trajectory of the story would change. So is it gonna be a good execution of that? We'll ultimately see if that does come to fruition, but the idea of this could be rather remarkable. However, if you wanted to execute this what-if style storyline, it would require a lot of investment into branching pathways and everything that you could ultimately do if X character dies, if Y character lives, if X event doesn't happen, or some event transpires differently, etc., etc. And looking at this game and looking at it having an incredibly limited budget, I am going to be incredibly pessimistic about it. I just can't believe that they would execute every route with a lot of attention to detail, and right now the game looks pretty bad, if I would say so myself. The actual idea of the game is interesting, and I think it could be captivating, but it would require a studio with a big budget attached to it, and making sure that every route is distinctly different if you do want to do this what-if style of storytelling. And Season 1 to 4, I think, is a good arc to cover, since, once you get into Season 5, Season 6, and especially like 6, 7, 8, you really can't do all of that in one game. So 1 to 4, if you wanted to do 1 to 3, I actually think is a decent, arc to cover in the story. But ultimately, we'll see how it turns out. Right now, I think the game looks pretty bad, but I did want to bring this to your guys' attention because I talk about the Telltale Walking Dead games all the time, obviously completely different, but those games are absolutely tremendous. This game, on the other hand, not sure what to make of it outside of the fact that visually it looks very, very mediocre, and ultimately what actually happens with the game in terms of execution, I am pretty pessimistic about that as a whole. But let me know your guys' thoughts. If you haven't played the Telltale Walking Dead series, obviously go pick that up. You can get the entire collection for like $15 on sale. It's great, and we do need more quality Walking Dead titles, in my opinion. I mean, like, Walking Dead is an IP that AMC is gonna milk into the ground, so why not get some good video games out of it? The VR title Saints and Sinners is actually pretty decent as well, so we'll see how this one turns out. No release date. It will will be $49.99, so a little bit cheaper, but this one is one of those $49.99 games that looks like there's a reason it's $50. It's not one of those, you know, $50 because we want to get more people playing the game, etc. Oh, no, it looks like a $50. It looks like a $30 game based on what we're seeing thus far, but that'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.